What's up, Levi? This is lesson 3. This is a chord recap. So far we've gone over the basic power chord shapes, right? And we've gone over the open string chords: G major, D major, A major, E major, C major, and E minor. So that's G major, D major, A major, E major, C major, and E minor. Uh, I'm not going to make it a super priority that you remember all the notes on the fretboard at first, uh, but it is good to know that chords come from notes. Like you've seen a piano before, right? You play a bunch of keys and you play a chord. Same with the guitar, right? You play a bunch of notes and it makes a chord. So with that note chart, we've got G, B, D, G, D, G. That's G major. And for D major, we have D, A, D, F sharp. For A major, now for A major, I play it like this. Some people play it like this. I don't know how well you can see that, but it's all of the fingers are bunched up. As long as you can play these three notes and have the strings around it open, that's what's important. I usually bar these three notes together, but you don't have to do that if that's too much trouble. You can mash your fingers all down together. But the notes are A, E, A, C sharp, and E, right? That's A major. Okay, for E major, we have E, B, E, G sharp, B, and E. Okay, for C major, we have C, E, G, C, and E. Okay, and for E minor, we have E, B, E, G, B, and E. Now, the other thing that we sort of touched on our last lesson, we started talking about common fingers and pivot fingers. So for a common finger, that's a finger that's going to stay on the same note when it moves to the next chord. So like for G major, we have your ring finger stays in the same spot. So G major and D major have a common finger. And the other one was a pivot finger. We talked about a little bit on our last lesson. This C major has a pivot finger with E minor. For transitioning from C major to E minor, we lift this finger up and we slide our ring finger down a fret. So it technically has a common finger and a pivot finger. Your middle finger is the common finger, and your ring finger is the pivot finger. So go ahead and try to see if you can find any more common fingers or pivot fingers in the chords that we've gone over. Learning the notes isn't as a priority as memorizing this chord shape, because when you're playing with people and someone says play a G major chord, it's going to be expected to just pull it out. So that's another thing you can do to practice, is by taking your hand off, G major, G major, G major. Same with the other chords, D major, G major, D major, G major, D major, G major, you get it. The more you practice this, the more fluent everything will feel.